Hello, I'm Colin Hurwitz, and you're listening to WITZ, the WITZ, the one place for all things music, art, and performance right here in Douglas County, Oregon. This recording is brought to you by 10 Down Bowling and Splits Bar and Grill. Edward Jones, and check this out, a new sponsor. This is New Visions Eye Care, where we welcome them. Thanks for being a great sponsor of the show. Also brought to you by the Gene Bechtel School for Music, Spiderking Studios, and the Douglas County Music Association. Let me tell you a little bit how your money can help all these people in need right here at the DCMA. If you sign up to be a bronze tier member for $200, you can have access to shows and you can have seat selections. With that money, we'll be able to provide instruments and lessons to students. If you'd like to be a silver member, $500 will get you access to multiple events through the year. Hopefully not spending too much money on ticket prices, giving you a reserved seat at as many events as we can get you into, including places like the Orion Moore Meadery, North 40, Too Shy, and Sunnyside, trying to get you to those shows without having to pay ticket costs. That'll make you a silver member. And of course, being a gold member means that you've donated $1,000 to the program, and we can really use all of that money to buy instruments for kids, to support lessons for students in need. We can provide scholarships for students to go to camps and universities. There's nothing our money can't do, and it's not just music, everyone. It's anything involving music, art, and performance, magic, comedy. Maybe you're just a public speaker or a commentator. Maybe you're a dancer. Anything that we can do to help you get where you want to go, especially here in Douglas County. Search the Douglas County Music Association, especially on Facebook, where we have our official page. The website will be coming out soon, and as soon as I know, you'll know, and I'm really looking forward to that. If you're really curious and really ready to donate to us, you can contact us using the email address oregondcma@gmail.com. If you're ready to donate right now and don't have any questions, you can go straight to our Venmo at oregondcma. Please donate today. We really need your help. We're also looking for sponsors for the June 2nd show, the Friday, June 2nd show with our 2 piano players. We're looking to sponsor the rent of the venue and the price of the performers. It is a fundraiser concert for the DCMA, so we can raise as much money as possible, so we can start helping out kids this summer to get them involved in our camps, especially here at Gene Bechtel School. Oh, you'll hear more about that later. So please donate to the DCMA today. You won't want to miss out on this opportunity to help out kids and people right here in Douglas County, Oregon. And now for some old news. I've already said this a couple times, but I just want to thank all of the Facebook members. Now, we have over 400 people on our Facebook page, which is really interesting because I get to look at the data when we post videos, and it looks like our videos, our WITZ broadcast, is still only reaching like 100 and some odd people, but we have 400 people who have signed up to the website. So if you are a website member, or if you're on the Facebook page, I should say, then please check out our broadcast. We make a show every single week so the community knows what we're doing. So please check out our broadcast. It seems to only be reaching about 150 people, and only about 80 people are watching the broadcast. At least that's the data that I'm reading from Facebook, and I don't know Facebook's data system that well. But my guess is I would like more people to see the show. So if you are a member of our Facebook page, we really want you to click on our video and watch our show, especially on YouTube. The more clicks, the more views we get on YouTube, the more it may recommend our show to other people. I know it's kind of a long show. You can always skip the broadcast portion. You can go straight to the special guest. You can go straight to the performance, or you can go straight to the interview, or you can just listen to the broadcast and be done. It doesn't matter to me. We might actually move in the direction of segmenting the show and creating shorts, but more on that later. Just wanted to let you Facebook fans know, we really appreciate you being on the Facebook page, so thanks. Disney's Descendants had their 3 shows at the Joe Lane Middle School, and we really appreciate those kids. A lot of my Hillcrest kids were in that show. I heard a lot of good things. I was not able to go. I'll talk later. But wanted to thank those Joe Lane, Fremont, and homeschool kids for doing Disney Descendants. Melody, nice job. Victoria, really appreciate you. Of course, thank you so much to Emily and Stacy for being the choir and vocal directors at Jolene and Fremont Middle School and putting together an outstanding presentation of Disney's The Descendants. Also, the final performances of A Midsummer Night's Dream took place this weekend. You had 4 remaining shows. We appreciate Sam Starnes for coming on the show a couple weeks ago and talking about Midsummer Night's Dream. Looks like she had a great time, the actress had a great time, and overall a great performance. And I really appreciate UACT putting on some Shakespeare right here in Roseburg. Never hurts to be a little cultured, especially right here in Roseburg. So we appreciate that, thanks. Here's something that I didn't report on last week that did happen. Midnight Roar, a band with my friend Michael Aponte and several others, including Lisa Long, they played at Sunnyside Theater this last Saturday, the 22nd. Here's some data you should check out. There was a $10 cover, so whenever Midnight Roar plays at Sunnyside, there's a cover fee. You need to check this out because the first 40 that attended received a swag bag with Earth Day goodies. I love Earth Day. It's a great day. I mean, in my opinion, every day is Earth Day. We should take care of our planet to the best of our ability. But I really appreciate Midnight Roar playing at Sunnyside this last Saturday. There is also a classical music benefit with Izzy Trinkle and, of course, Julie Cherry, and we're going to learn more about this early music program from Izzy later on the show. But yeah, in the First Presbyterian Church, Izzy, Julie, and several other people played an awesome show. From what I heard, early music. Now, Monteverdi. Now, we're talking about the year like 500 here. 500, 600, 700. So literally 1,000 some odd years ago. This is early music, especially in Europe. And I really love early music. It's so charming. And it's not simple. I mean, it's more simple, I suppose, because it's earlier. But it's highly complex and really kind of interesting, especially considering where it's come from. So really excited to talk more about that later with Ms. Trinkle on our program. And now it's time for some reviews. Well, my plan was to go to the Descendants show and Midsummer Night's Dream show, and this is all gonna sound like a bunch of hooey, a bunch of excuses. Just kind of one thing after another, especially in my home. It all started with a terrifying travesty where somehow our washer fluid leaked out of the plastic container it's in. And so I had literally just finished filming the WITZ. Like, it was almost like a week, 2 weeks ago. And I get on the phone and I call my wife and said, hey, I'm heading home right now. And she's furious, like capital F, angry. And she's saying, this happened and there's soap everywhere and I can't turn on the machine. And I'm like, okay. So I drive home and lo and behold, there is soap everywhere. Soap got into the circuit board of our washer, which short-circuited the machine, which I didn't even know was possible. So there was soap on the washing machine, all over the floor. We were literally cleaning up not dish soap, we were cleaning up washer soap for at least 3 to 4 hours, and then we were left without a washer. So that was really, really awful. We had to call my brother Alex to come help get it out, which was a pain. We had to get the door off. And the thing that you guys don't know is if I want to do anything to my house, I need help. And my brother lives next door, my dad lives down the hill, and my other brother Chris lives kind of down the ways too. So when it comes to something heavy, it's got to work out for everybody else, and everybody else has a schedule. Not that I don't have a schedule, but if I need people to come and help me, I need to make sure they're available. And here's the funny thing, I was actually supposed to get an award. I know, so many awards. We're all famous around here. But I was supposed to get an award from the school district for being with the Roseburg School District for 5 years, and I couldn't go. They wanted to have the ceremony at 3:45, which means I probably wouldn't have left until after 4. And they wanted my help not only to install the new washer, they needed my help to get it into the building, take the door off, do X, Y, and Z, and all that stuff. So unfortunately, I spent a lot of this week fixing things, putting things back together. My computer wouldn't work, so my computer is still down for the count. So a lot of the website stuff is not getting done. A lot of my stuff is not getting done because my computer won't turn on, and it's just one thing after another, it seems. So dealing with a lot of stuff, getting stressed out, and I had talent show stuff this last Friday. We do talent show at Hillcrest, which means I did auditions. So I was gonna go to the show Thursday, got busy on Thursday, wanted to go to the show Friday, but by Saturday, I just didn't have anything left. You know, it's important to take time and relax. It's true. I really wanted to go to the shows. It's really embarrassing that I didn't get to go. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention I got mice in my garage again, so that was fun. Now, it wasn't me leaving the door open like I thought it was. The mice chewed through this little liner here. Like they chewed a little tunnel. 3 mice got in. Oh my God. And they built a fortress of food. So they found, this has nothing to do with music and I apologize. They got the cat food bag, they chewed a hole through a cat food bag, and they took at least half a pound of cat food and migrated it underneath this blanket. Because when I tried to unfold the blanket to sit outside on a nice day, all this cat food fell out. So I was mad about that, stormed off, couldn't do anything about that. So my entire Saturday was spent basically cleaning my garage, cleaning all the mouse turds, resetting traps, getting rid of the mice bodies. Ugh, not my favorite thing to do. And then of course, as I'm vacuuming, I say, why don't I vacuum my boots? Guess where they made a second home full of food? Yep, my Marine Corps boots. Both of them. took the vacuum and microwaved and vacuumed all of the food from out of both boots, took the boots outside, sprayed them all down with the hose. What a nightmare. So terribly sorry I don't have any reviews, but I will tell you one thing. You should review your personal health. Take time off. Try to relax. And when things start to go wrong, take a deep breath and remember it's all going to be fine. So just keep at it, okay? Hey, check this out. So, calling all teens. So, this is really cool. I've already read this a couple of times, but I'll read it again. Are you an aspiring filmmaker, actor, writer, or director? You can join the Up to Us Now's youth media project. Meet like-minded individuals who are trying to do film stuff. So those are on Fridays. The schedule will be posted here. We're not done yet. You still have a few more things left to do. You can visit www.uptousnow.org/media-project. Check it out as soon as you can, especially if you're a teenager. Ugh, I'm not gonna clean my room. All right, up next, come out and support the Myrtle Creek Lions Club. I'm going to read this to you. Step out and enjoy the second annual Myrtle Creek Brew Fest. Enjoy local breweries for amazing beer, ciders, live music, cha-ching, and car show. Live music includes Professor Fate. I've heard good things. I haven't met him personally. Maybe we can get him on the show someday, but Professor Fate does some really good stuff, so you'll want to check that out. My hope is that some more traditional bands from the areas also play. We want to have them on the show too, especially my good friends Twisted Pick. Want to have them on the show. They're a great little country band, and they've actually played this before. I think I was there with them for that. So you want to check out the second annual Myrtle Creek Brew Fest. That's Saturday, June 24th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pretty short little brew fest there, but if you live in Myrtle Creek or want to go, check it out this summer, June 24th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. All the proceeds go to the Myrtle Creek Lions Club. Do they even have any lions? Somebody show me some lions. And you don't tell me you got them from Wildlife Safari. I ain't buying it. If you're a Lions Club, you should probably have your own lions. Elks Lodge, you should have your own elks. Moose Lodge, I don't know if there are any moose in Oregon. I honestly don't know. Check out MyrtleCreekBrewFest.com today. Hey, are you interested in getting on the mic? Head down to Oran Moore Artisan Mead open mics. They're on the second Thursday of each month. You might want to reserve. I'll read the phone number to you. It's 505-310-1525. You can sign up at 5:30. Show starts at 6. Here's something new. Again, I'm finding this out after the fact, and that's my fault. I apologize. Every third Thursday, get ready for a night of toe-tapping Celtic music this Thursday. Every third Thursday, you have Celtic music. Join us at Oran Moore from 6 to 8 p.m. on the third Thursday of every month with an amazing jam session filled with delicious food and drinks. Don't forget to make a reservation. Call the number. I'll read it again to you. That's 505-310-1525. Book a reservation for Oran Moore Meadery Jam Nights, second and third Thursday. I wonder if there's a fourth Thursday thing. I'll probably have to look into that. I bet you there is. I'll have to go look into that. And don't forget, Sunnyside Theater hosts an open mic night on Tuesdays from 6 to 10, and Draper's does an open mic on Thursdays from 6 to 10. We're going to add Oran Moore to that list pretty soon, so please don't forget to go jam. I'm actually excited for this summer because I'm going to be jamming a lot this summer. Working at an elementary school takes you out of your performance element a little bit, and I want to get back into that. I want to get back into playing, just a little bit. Coming up, all right, I talked about this last week, but we're coming up down to the wire, so I want to talk about this because this will actually be happening the day the broadcast posts. This is the Geneva Academy Spring Performance. All 1st through 12th grade students of the Geneva Academy of Roseburg, that's where Wellspring is, right next to Hillcrest Elementary. Their families are invited to attend a spring concert on Thursday, April 27th. The concert begins at 6:30 in the Wellspring Auditorium. Please don't miss this. If you love choir or Geneva or Wellspring, or you're a family, go check out this choir concert this Thursday. Again, by the time this broadcast posts, the show will be happening. So hopefully you remember what I said last week. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Don't forget Robert Wynea from Floater will be in town. And actually, that's this Saturday, April 29th, not April 28th. I can't fix it now. April 29th, this Saturday at 7 p.m. You want to check out Robert Wynea of Floater playing at the Sunnyside Theater. You want to go and book a reservation because tickets, they're probably not expensive, but sometimes these shows can sell out, especially when it's somebody popular or famous. So please check out Robert Wynea from Floater at Sunnyside this Saturday at 7 p.m. Now, this next part's a little windy. This part, This is a long, long paragraph. I'm gonna kind of pick and choose from the important parts. The Oregon Old Time Fiddlers Association, OOTFA, or UTFA. That's fun to say, I like that. There is a big thing happening May 11th through the 13th, so not this month, but next month. There are a lot of workshops offered from those 3 days from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's this thing called a band scramble from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Again, old fiddlers and young fiddlers. I'm not a fiddler myself. I am passionate about it. I don't have any skills on the fiddle, I'm really sorry to say. But if you are, you want to check out the Oregon Old Time Fiddlers Association stuff in May 11th through the 13th. Just some more details for you. Wednesday evening is a meet and greet at the campground for early arrivals. Oh, by the way, this is all at the Douglas County Fairground. These 3 days of Oregon Fiddler stuff, it's all at the fairgrounds. And there's tons of food and there's lots of activities. That's May 11th, 12th, and 13th. Strikes me like it'd probably be a weekend. I mean, I've got a show going. I actually have something happening that weekend too, so I'll talk to you about that later. But you want to check out the Old Time Fiddlers Association. It's really, really important, especially for those of you who love fiddles on our old time, or maybe you're just young fiddlers. So check out that, and May 11th through the 13th. I'll talk about it again on the broadcast next week. Just a bonus, the Oregon Old Time Fiddlers Association is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Events are free, but a suggested $5 donation is appreciated but not required, kind of like ours. Please donate if you can, but you don't need to. Just come and enjoy the show. There is an Academy benefit concert by the Calvary Christian Academy. This show is Saturday, May 20th, featuring the band Seventh Day Slumber with guest Matt Sassano. I'm really hoping I'm saying that correctly. The doors open at 6 p.m. The show starts at 6:30. You can get tickets at rcf.churchcenter.com. If you really want to go check this out, I really encourage it. I'm a big fan of benefit concerts, especially if it's for a good cause. Check out Seventh Day Slumber with guest Matt Sassano, May 20th, so we got a few more weeks. Doors open at 6 p.m., show starts at 6:30. Go to rcf.churchcenter.com for more information and to get your tickets. We're still waiting for more information on the Delgany String Quartet. The Delgany String Quartet supposedly is coming up May 8th. I should have put this earlier in the show, but this is all the information that I have now. I keep looking for updates on the information, and I'm not seeing it. So Delgany includes, it's a quartet, so there's only 4 people. But Delgany's been around for a while. In fact, I remember when I was at the University of Oregon, the Delgany Quartet had just formed. Like they had just come together. They had just formed their organization and all this stuff. So really, really appreciate those of you who want to check out the string quartet, the Delgany String Quartet. And once I know more, you'll know more. Thank you very much. 5-time Grammy Award winner David Arkenstone is coming down May 11th at 7 p.m. at the Sunnyside Theater. Sunnyside Theater, you guys are packing the house with some decent artists. So keep checking that out. Check out David Arkenstone with his band for a joyless, or not joy, wow, let's try that again. Not joyless, how embarrassing. A joyous candlelit concert. I'm really excited to hear more about that. You know, if we get lucky, maybe David will come on the show. I highly doubt it. It's hard to get famous travelers to come through here. But we'll do our best. That's May 11th at 7 p.m. You might want to get your tickets for that one too. Check out the Sunnyside Theater when you get a chance. Here's something that I'm a part of. Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat is a great musical written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. I've actually done this musical before. I'm excited to do it again. It's really fast. If you're not a fan of Andrew Lloyd Webber, I understand why you might feel that way. I happen to like it, so I'm going to be excited for this. You don't have to like it, but I'm just telling you, you want to come check this out. The Umpqua Community College Performing and Visual Arts Department will present a theater performance of Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It'll be on stage in Jacoby Auditorium May 11th through May 14th. Kind of the same time as the Old Time Fiddler stuff. You may be able to do a little bit of both. The UCC theater students, community members, as well as the Maple Corner Montessori School will all be featured. And of course, I'll be in the pit where I belong, underground. It's true. There's only going to be 3 of us playing music. I'm on drums. I believe Debbie or Deborah is on keys, and Jason Hill on guitars. It's going to be a fantastic show. The production can be seen Thursday through Saturday at 7 p.m. with matinees at 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Weird to do a Thursday matinee, I know. But matinees will be on Saturday and Sunday. All the other shows will be at 7 o'clock. A matinee at the UCC is 3 p.m. Go to www.umqua.edu/visual-performing-arts for more information. Please get your tickets to come see the Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's literally amazing. It's like green and red and charcoal and opal and pink and ruby and scarlet and gold and lilac. Like it's almost like I know this. I know the musical already. So check this out, man. You really want to come and see this. And now, our very most important thing to talk about, the 2 grand pianos, our DCMA benefit concert. We're having 2 grand pianists come down from Eugene to play 2 grand pianos in Jacoby Auditorium. That's Friday, June 2nd, so at least a month out. You really want to come check this show. We're trying to get as many people to come and see the show as possible. It's really important. Our goal is to break even. It costs money to rent the hall. It costs money to have insurance. It costs money to have the musicians come down. And the truth is, we've only raised so much. So it's really important that people either want to sponsor the show or come out and see the show. The suggested donation per family or a group is $20. But if you're just coming by yourself, $5 is fine, $1, $2. We'll have a Venmo station where you can scan your card or your phone and you can pay that way. Or you can also bring a card. We'll have a card slider that will try to take your money. That might be easy too. But of course, cold hard cash is king. And if you want to be recognized on the show for your donation, simply add a note on your Venmo. When you come to the show and you want to be mentioned, go ahead and make a little note. We'll make a little note for you. Remember, if you donate $200, you're considered a bronze level donor. If you donate $500, you're silver tier. And of course, if you donate $1,000 or more, you'll be considered a gold member. Benefits change per tier. It's not much of a change, but let's say the more that you give, the more you'll have access to. It's pretty straightforward. We do need sponsors for this show. We're looking to break even, and we are looking to build a reputation as good concert gatherers. Is that the word I'm looking for? We are good concert put-togetherers, concert creators, okay? So we want everyone to come out to see 2 grand piano players play Gershwin, Prokofiev, and of course, Beethoven. Can't go wrong with that lineup. It's pretty awesome. Julianne Shepherd and Ciro Magnani will be playing for us June 2nd. That's Friday at 6 p.m. The thing is, and I know this is the high school graduation ceremony is literally the next day. So I don't expect any of my seniors in high schools to go to this show. I don't expect it because you're going to be tired. You have senior night. You're going to be up all night. You're going to graduate. You got stuff going on, and I totally feel you. If you feel bold and think you can cram it all in one weekend, come see our big show Friday, June 2nd at 6 p.m. in Jacoby Auditorium at UCC. And now our feature presentation. Our special guest today is Izzy Trinkle, and she's doing a lot around Roseburg, so let's get to it.
Spiritus Sanctus vivificans vita movens omnia et radix est in omni creatura ac omnia Dei municia abluit tegens crimina ac ungit vulnera et sic est fulgens ac laudabilis vita suscitans et resuscitans omnia seculorum. Amen.
It is my distinct honor and privilege today to welcome Izzy Trinkle to the program. Izzy, welcome.
Hi. Hi, thanks, Colin.
Hey, happy to have you here. Now, Izzy, you're not new to the community. You've been here for quite a while. But let's just start from the very beginning, just for the audience who doesn't know you. Where are you from and how did you get to Oregon?
Well, way back in the beginning, I was born in Wisconsin, and then my folks and I moved down to Virginia and North Carolina. My dad was working in the South Carolina Symphony, so he would be traveling up to see us a lot. And that's where I got most of my schooling. Then we went down to Arkansas a little bit and out to Wyoming a little bit. And when I got to college, I went down onto Las Vegas, Nevada.
Nice. Where you started, now correct me if I'm wrong, that's considered like the Midwest, where you're from originally? Or is it considered a different area? So Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin?
Is that the Midwest or not really?
I think of it as North Shield because I'm a Acadian and all of our things up there are kind of in the same area.
Gotcha. I haven't been to that part of the country a lot, so I tend to lump everything together. But then you said, what year did you move to Vegas? Were you already an adult or were you still a teenager?
That would have been right after high school, so I was 16.
Oh, nice, cool. Did you study, were you at college at Las Vegas or did you go somewhere else?
No, I went to college at the University of Las Vegas, Nevada. I got my bachelor's and my second master's degree there.
You have two masters?
Yes, I do. One for performance and one for teaching.
I actually didn't know you had two master's degrees. So you probably have 4 degrees total, including 2 bachelors?
3.
So 1 bachelor's and 2
One
masters.
bachelor, 2 masters.
Wow, very highly qualified individual. Now, did you end up teaching in Las Vegas or performing in Las Vegas? Did you stay there a while? Or?
I did. I stayed there for my first 5 or 6 years of teaching. I was a substitute teacher for a little while. That's kind of an easy way to find out where you want to be and maybe which grade levels are not your favorite. And then I got hired on at Kalen Elementary and I stayed there for 5 years.
That was in Las Vegas?
That was in Las Vegas, yes.
Now, obviously you're here, so you're not in Vegas anymore, right, Toto? Or Dorothy or whatever. But what brings you all the way out to Oregon if you're from Vegas? What brought you all the way out to the West Coast?
I don't like the desert. I don't like hot.
Fair.
So I decided to pick someplace that was not hot and not dry.
Well, the bad news is it's starting to get hot and it's starting to get dry. But you're right, most of the year in Oregon, it's pretty wet and cold. However, wait 5 minutes. The weather will change. You just never know. And you liking it out here so far?
I really like it. I'd like to stay here.
No plans to leave, right?
Nope, maybe forever.
Because we really, really enjoy having you here, and I appreciate you. And so this episode is all about you and all the things that you're doing. Now, you and I know each other through elementary music teaching, but we also met through a couple of shows that the audience may or may not know about. But let's just start from, not the beginning, but when you first came to Oregon, just tell us your path and how you got from your first day in Oregon to where you are now, and everything you're involved in.
Well, right when we first moved up, I almost accepted a position as a band teacher in Gold Hill.
Where's that?
That's the problem. It's very small.
Gold. I live in the state. What's a Gold? I know Gold Beach.
It's right where the mysterious vortex is. It's that same location, the Oregon vortex where all the...
They know about it.
They've got it.
Why have I not heard about this? I'm learning a lot, kids. I'm telling you. The Oregon vortex. I'm going to have to look this up later. Yeah, okay.
So we went to go look at that.
Yeah.
But then Roseburg hired me next. So I went to a slightly bigger town, coming from a large city. Now, first, I was shared between 2 schools. In fact, a lot of us music teachers were interim at the first. I was half at Green Elementary and then half at Sunny Slope.
Right.
After a couple of years, we expanded the position so we could have more music teachers, and I got to pick where I stayed.
Now, where are you now?
Sunny Slope Elementary.
Sunny Slope, very cool. And I've been out there a couple of times. It's a great school. You should check it out. Take your kids, try out Ms. Trinkle's music class. I'm sure it's a doozy. Now, we've actually talked about you on the program several times. In fact, when you were trying to raise money to buy guitars, we talked about it. Were you successful in that journey?
All of my guitar projects have been successful. We got 8 new instruments for my kids and some racks to put them on, so maybe they don't just sit on the floor.
So you have 8 guitars for your program?
I have 8 permanent new guitars,
And
so that makes a total of 9.
This is an after-school program, right?
This is an after-school program.
Can you talk a little bit about your after-school program? Just curious.
Yeah, I choose a couple of different after-school programs every year so that I don't get stuck in a rut and I can kind of change it up.
Yeah.
Choir's always my first one. If you don't know how to sing, you can't do much else around it. And so then this year I picked the guitar club. We had a lot of interest and I ended up with 17 kids in guitar club. So we shared some instruments.
Yeah, cool.
And right now we're doing a recorder karate club. So they come learn recorder and we do 1 karate move a day.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know about recorder karate, it's one of my favorite recorder curriculums because the kids earn belts as they play different stuff. I've known about recorder karate for a long time. It's really fun, and if you don't know anything about it and you're interested, you should go check that out, absolutely. Okay, so at Sunny Slope with your after-school programs, is that all that you do, or do you do other stuff?
No, I do other things. I play viola a lot around the town.
You're a violist, that's right. And you said, oh, well, I asked you for some recordings, but you say generally you don't record yourself when you play.
No, I don't. I'm really bad at that.
Well, technically I am too, because if you ask for a recording of anything that I've done recently, it's kind of hard. I don't know. I'm not my own filmmaker, so I don't end up filming myself. I usually have to ask someone else to do it.
It's tricky also because viola's not really a solo instrument.
It should be. I love viola. You always be nice to your violists, I'm telling you.
We get to decide how fast you go.
I've actually seen, I've actually seen over the last couple of years, I've seen you featured as a soloist though, because it would say Izzy Trinkle on lead viola or lead soprano or whatever. But so you've had some solo viola experience. And did you enjoy that, or?
I do very much. Jason Heald runs the, what is it, the Umpqua Chamber Orchestra,
the chamber orchestra,
I believe we are. And he likes to really use a lot of talent that's already in the organization. So we'll feature a cello, we'll feature a violin. I get featured every now and again.
Yeah, but you're also a singer. Based on what we just listened to, which is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
But so I'd like you to talk a little bit more about you as a singer too. It sounds like singing is your primary, or is viola your primary?
Viola is actually my primary.
Okay.
And that's what I have my degrees in. I have not actually studied voice very much at all.
Well,
I started with a teacher, I guess, when I was 13 or 14. His name was Jackson Sheets, and he worked actually teaching singers for the Metropolitan Opera.
Oh.
He's not with us anymore, and I miss him very terribly.
Sorry to hear that.
And then I did a little bit more in Arkansas, but mostly it's just me singing because that's what I love to do.
Nice. And actually, we talked about your show last week on the broadcast, but can you please talk a little bit about this early music ensemble? I find this to be quite fascinating that you're doing this.
I'm so glad. It's a new program. It's a new group of people. There are about 9 of us. And we just had our first concert last Sunday, I think, as a matter of fact.
That was your first?
That was our first one.
Oh, I missed the first concert.
There will be more.
I hope so. I want to come. Yeah, because, it's funny because when I was in college, we obviously took music history, and early music was just something that I don't have a lot of exposure to. And so studying early music, I'm talking about like 500 AD, right? Or BC, or ADE, or AC.
AD.
Yeah, thank you. But I love early music specifically because it sounds so charming. It's so simple, but it's also very complex and very complicated considering how long it's been around for. Can you please talk about who formed this ensemble and what kind of music you guys like to play?
Well, I got my invitation from Justice McIntosh, and he and Hannah Lagasse are really in charge of us here. They're picking the music, they're finding the people, they're setting up the performance times and venues.
Right.
I just kind of show up and play a lot of instruments.
Well, you and Julie Cherry were featured. You were featured as like lead singers on this.
That is true. We were doing a Monteverdi piece called Zeffiro Torna, which has a kind of competing duets in it. There's the pair of singers, and then they're competing with the pair of flute and violin that are kind of doing against
each other. I missed a great show. That sounds amazing. Well, Monteverdi, I'm a big fan of Monteverdi, to be quite honest. So, no, that's fascinating. So you're singing and you're playing early music and you're playing with the UCC Chamber Ensemble and you're teaching music at the elementary school. Is there anything that you don't do?
Count.
Fair. So looking at the clock, we still have some time. Izzy, is there anything that you'd like the audience to know about you, or do you have more shows coming up that I'm not privy to? Do you have more? Is there anything happening with your elementary school you want to invite families to, or what else is going on that we should know about?
Well, at the end of May, we will be doing another elementary presentation, a spring fling. I'm not 100% sure what that number is right off the top of my head. Maybe that's something you can put in stories or.
Yeah, sure. Our Facebook page is the primary method of distribution of information. So whenever your elementary school program is, whenever you know when that is, we'll put it up on the Facebook page and everyone can check that out.
Great. It'll just be a great chance for us to share some things that we've been doing. I'm expecting dancing and singing and recording and some other, maybe ukuleles too, who knows?
Well, you know, between you and me, Izzy, I really appreciate you. I've known you for quite a few years. You were in the Star Trek show a long time ago, and you had a lead voice in that with myself and a couple other folks that are out there. You and I have been working together for quite a bit. You've come to my classroom and learned from me, and I need to come to your classroom and learn from you too. I definitely need to do that because I love learning from other music teachers. I always get new ideas. When I go to other people's classrooms, I feel like I get something from it. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Izzy, thank you so much for coming on the program today. We really appreciate you, and I can't wait to hear about your next show and your next performance.
Thank you so
It's
much
gonna
for
be
having
fantastic.
me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Izzy. Well, that seems to be all the time we have left for today. Tune in next week for an exciting new broadcast right here in Douglas County, Oregon. Just want to remind all of you that you can send an email to oregondcma@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you're looking to donate or need more information about what we do and how we do it. Of course, if you're ready to donate now, you can always go to @OregonDCMA and Venmo whatever you like. I'd like to also remind you that Venmo takes a percentage from every donation. So if you want the money to go straight to us, a check is best. You can write a check to the Douglas County Music Association. You can drop it off at the Gene Bechtel School for Music, or you can also bring it to me directly if you happen to know where I happen to be. We are working on getting a real mailing address. Right now, the mailing address is my house, which I don't know if I feel comfortable with money being sent to my house. So we're gonna work that out and we're gonna change that mailing address soon. But for now, if you're ready to donate, we're happy to take it. This recording is brought to you by 10 Down Bowling and Splits Bar and Grill, Edward Jones, New Visions Eye Care, the Gene Bechtel School for Music, Spiderking Studios, and the Douglas County Music Association. We really appreciate you tuning in today. This is the WITZ, the WITZ, the one place for all things music, art, and performance right here at Douglas County, Oregon. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.